Hmm? Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, here we are. Happy Home Brew Wednesday. Number 53. And here we are back to basics. Right back kind of where we started. You know, remember this? If you watched episode number 1, this is how we did it. Got the iPad here, sitting on a fermenter. You can hear the airlock going there. Very soothing. It's kind of like a... Here, come on. It's trying. It's kind of like the mother's heartbeat when you're in the womb. You know, soothing. Nice rhythm to that. And you know something great's going on inside that vessel. So yeah, I thought I did a whole year of Home Brew Wednesday episodes, and I figured, hey, number 53, come back to basics, just the way we started. And so here we are. Drinking my... Oh, pardon me. I mean, well, it's a beer video, so you're going to burp, right? I'm having myself a nice home brew here. This is the batch that I showed myself making last week in my Home Brew Wednesday video. Now, it wasn't made last week. I will confess that video, the portion of it where I was brewing the beer, was made the week before. And then I inserted it into my Home Brew Wednesday video. So, it's 2 weeks in the fermenter and then straight into the keg. Looking good to me. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's supposed to be an Australian ale. That's what the Homebrew Supply Shop said it was when they gave me all the ingredients. And but you know, to me, it tastes more like an IPA, sort of a mild IPA. It's not like a double, you know, anything like that. It's very nice. Yeah. It's got kind of a, starts off with the, sort of the hops, the sort of medium bitterness, and the nice aroma of the hops. You can see the video if you watch last week's Homebrew Wednesday, you see me making it. Although it was made 2 weeks ago, as I said. And then it goes down nice, it's nice ale, and it finishes with a sort of a sweet, almost like a candy-like sort of sweetness to it. It's not under-fermented, because I did my gravities. It just has that nice, balanced, sort of round, you know, characteristic. It starts off with the malt with the hops just above. The bitterness and the aroma, flavor, are nicely balanced in this beer. They get the recipes from some book. I don't know where they get them. There's this big book they pull out when you ask for, you know, the certain recipe. They've got them all on their website, brewtime.ca. All the different recipes that you can brew, and there's others that if you want, they can throw it together for you. They got this big book. I don't know what the hell book it is, but and they give you all the stuff. But so it's got that nice malty, nice base, and it's got the nice balance, the hops, and then it finishes with that nice sweetness, and it's a beautiful beer, really nice, and it's only an extract or a partial extract. So there's a lot to be said about brewing this way. Even John Palmer, he went on this one particular video. He went on about how the extracts that you can get these days are such good quality. Quality control is great. You know, they're making good extracts, and he says that extract brewing is a great way to make brew. And I don't have to go through all this again. You guys know that. You brew the way you want. I'm just saying, but it's a nice beer. It's not absolutely clear. You know me, I don't care about that. It doesn't have to age too much. I was going to do sort of the Kilkenny Irish beer, but I decided to do this instead, and I'll do that one after, because that one has to age. It's a darker beer. I want to really do that one up nice, and let it age in the keg, and you know, sit for a few weeks or a month before I drink that. So that'll have to be sort of outside of the pipeline. You know, I got some beer kits that I'm going to be throwing on just to keep the thing going. And I got an all-grain batch I'm going to be doing too. I can't remember what that is, though, the all-grain one. I do not remember. Anyway, we'll make a little video of that when we do that one up. So just maintaining a nice head here. Nice, good. So here I am. I'm doing it on the iPad just the way I did it when I first started. I think the first 17 episodes were done this way. And then I switched to the camera because I wanted to be able to like move it around and stuff. And it's hard to hold the flat, the tablet when you're filming and stuff. It's hard to hold on to it and point in different directions. And then the microphone broke on my iPad. So I couldn't use it for video anyway after a while. Couldn't, so I had to, long story short, it's not, painfully, it was out of warranty. It was going to cost me $250 to get it replaced from Apple. And I thought, you know what, I'll just sell it and I'll buy a new one. So I bought a new iPad with a 2-year warranty this time. And I'll be selling the old one on eBay, and I'll let you guys know when I put that up. So if you want to, if you want an iPad, everything else is working on it, just doesn't have a microphone. You can always plug an external mic in if you want, and you sell the little thing at the bottom. That's iPad stuff. I can't do that on the. Well, I could, I guess, but anyway, I think I'm rambling here. I don't have anything else to talk about. Oh, I just drank my last. Oh, I could cry. My last glass of homemade whiskey from that Prohibition whiskey kit. I filtered it through a coffee filter, actually, because you saw last week I had all the stuff floating around in the bottom. It's a mistake that I made. But I put it through a coffee filter and got rid of all that, and it came out perfectly clear, and I drank the rest of it. There wasn't that much left, so I got 2 glasses of it tonight. There goes my furnace. It's going to come on now, so you hear that. And so it was great. I want to thank HBW 2011. I'm very, very grateful he sent me that. And let all of us experience the making of it, and let me have the experience of drinking it. It's great. That was a good thing that he did for me, and for all of us, sending me that. So, cool. I don't really have a lot else to talk about. I'm just sort of rambling on here. Enjoying my home brew. Oh man, I'm telling you, I don't know. There's a few guys on YouTube that criticize us homebrewers, and I think most of you know who they are. I'm not sure why they would do that. Because if you really have an appreciation, there's my boat coming in. Did you hear that? No, it's the new furnace. You really have an appreciation for something, whether it's a food, a beverage, a food or a beverage that if you can learn how to make it yourself and make it the way you want it to be, then you do that. If you're just drinking it to catch a buzz, that's fine. We all do that once in a while. Sometimes we buy a case of beer and we just drink it to get catch a buzz or whatever. And that's perfectly okay. But there's those of us out there who want more out of our beer. And the way to get that is to either pay high prices for good beer, right? Or make your own, which is really cheap. And you guys all know that. So I don't get the whole anti-home brewing thing. I had to ban a couple people from my channel because they were trolling and stuff. So, but again, it's everybody's right to do what's best for them. If you want to drink those big, 40 ounces of Colt 45 or whatever, that's fine. Nobody's gonna tell you you're doing something wrong. I drank one of them once. Christ, I was hammered after the thing. Jesus, Murphy. It was 9% alcohol or something like that. I didn't do it on video, but I was actually on Skype with Immoladius at the time, And I just drank that thing, and I fell asleep while I was on Skype with him. He's like, Craig, hello, Craig. He had to go on the Xbox, and he happens to be on my son's friends list because they sometimes play Halo, and he had to get my son to come down and wake me up. Jeez. Oh, it's almost as funny as when we fall asleep on our broadcasts on JTV, isn't it? Oh, let's see. What's coming up? Well, what's brewing? Oh, you're probably wondering what's bubbling away in here. It's just a beer kit. It's Cooper's English Bitter. One of my favorites from Cooper's. Is a Cooper's English Bitter. And so I'm just throwing that into the pipeline just to keep it rolling, you know. It's nice to be able to have options, you know. Some people go out and they buy a case of store-bought macro beer. Some people get a can of Cooper's or whatever, Muntins or whatever brand you like, and brew it, you know. And I think that, personally, I think that the beer kits taste better than the macro beers, in a lot of cases, anyway. And so, you know, again, you save money by brewing your own, or at least I do. And, God, I'm just rambling here. All right. Well, anyways, guys, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support and, you know, watching all my other Home Brew Wednesday videos. We are back to basics again for this one time. And next week, well, we'll see. I'm not sure. We'll see what's going on. And that's it. I hope to see you on Friday. Oh, I'll give you guys a bit of an idea of what's coming up. I'm going to be doing a video on, 2 videos actually. Sort of a part 1 and part 2, how to set up a turntable, because on JTV, when we're broadcasting, a lot of us are getting into vinyl. I started playing vinyl on JTV back in, oh God, when was it? Probably about 4, 5, 6 months, 5 months ago or something like that. And then other people have joined in. It's really caught on. The whole vinyl revolution, really, vinyl or records, by the way, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, vinyl, but it's really catching on, and a lot of us brewcasters on JTV are now doing it. We're spinning this stuff. We're spinning this vinyl. It sounds great. So I'm going to be doing a turntable video. I was going to do it tonight, but I ran out of time, showing you how to set up, how to buy a turntable, what you should be looking for, how to set the turntable up. It's got to be set up properly or it won't play the records right and they'll sound bad. Okay? And then the second part is going to be me talking about, I'm going to break out the chalkboard, why records can sound better than CDs and MP3s. There are reasons why people say it. It's not just because they grew up with records and they prefer them because it's, you know, brings back memories. It's not just that. There are technical reasons why vinyl can sound better. It doesn't always, but can sound better than digital music. And that's going to be an interesting one because, well, there's a lot of technical reasons. And like I said, I'm going to break out the chalkboard and just sort of break that down for you the best I can. So it should be interesting. So hopefully within the next week or so, I'll have those videos up on YouTube. Okay. Anyways, I'm out. I gotta go. I'm too long. Okay. Cheers. Let me get rid of some of this before we say goodbye. Keep your mugs full, Jake and Dar, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Brew beer, S.J. Pour. Thanks, guys. Have a good week. Be safe. Hope to see you Friday on my broadcast. Take care.